Faithful Friends was started in the year 2000, and we were called Citizens for the Protection and Care of Animals. And we started out just as an advocacy group. All of us in the small group had other jobs. We were advocating and basically publicizing that the local publicly funded shelters were killing 90% of the animals coming into care. When I walked into the public shelter, it was a dog named Peanut, a Lhasa Apso, who's now passed on, I learned, who really tugged at my heart. They all did. The animals' faces were depressed, anxious. They were pawing at you to get out. And there was one dog that I heard crying behind me that sounded like a baby. I thought it was a baby crying, and I turned around. It was a little Lhasa Apso. Her skin was balding. She had no bedding in her cage, a little bowl of water, and she was shaking and crying, and she sounded like a baby. And that grabbed me, and when I found out from the worker that she was number, 100 and something, she had no name, I asked about her. The worker had said, "You don't want her, honey. She has a skin disease that will cost you thousands of dollars to fix." So that tugged at my heart. These animals were desperate, they're loving, they're innocent, and they were being treated like that. So I sent my boyfriend back in at the time to get her, and he got her when she came up for adoption, and what she had was fleas. Not a flea disease, not a skin disease. It cost us $20 to cure her skin. Spayed her, got her adopted, and she's now passed on since. But Peanut was the driving force behind fighting for the animals and saying, this is, if you're a care facility, whether you're caring for animals, people, the elderly, you need to do it with integrity. The animals deserve respect and dignity just like people do. And that's what got us started. We learned that other states and communities were doing a lot more for animals. Kill rates could be lower, more could be done to spay-neuter, and that conditions could be better, and that the excuse that it was just too many animals, too much work, was unexcusable.
When a cat comes into Faithful Friends, we usually like to bring them here into the intake room. Once they've been given their distemper and bordetella, we weigh them, just check out the overall health of the animal when it arrives here.
We have about 400 cats in our system at any one time. Now, about 100 of those cats are in foster care, and that's mainly kittens and moms and kittens. It's better to have them out of a shelter. They don't get as sick. And then for dogs, we have about 30 to 40 dogs on site at any one time. The dog kill rate in our state is much lower than for cats because dogs are much more desirable and there's less to choose from. Every day when you come in, you see the animals' faces. It keeps you motivated. All these little souls here, they're so happy. Even if they're in a cage, they know they're loved and that they're safe. And it's their little faces. And also the customers that come in that are so grateful that we help them. We have customers that come in to use the food bank, which is free. And we'll hear stories about how they lost their jobs, they can't afford to feed their pets, and they may come in crying, and they're so grateful that they got a bag of food that month for their animal. We need volunteers to have the kind of standards of care we have for the animals. We don't have enough money for all the staffing we would want. So volunteers work side by side with the staff to walk dogs, clean cat cages with our staff, socialize the cats if they've been stuck here a while, keep them sane, play with them. While we work to set the standards of care in Delaware and push Delaware to be no-kill, we've worked on legislation with the governor, both this governor and the past governor, to advance animal welfare across Delaware, which has now become a model for other states. Sometimes you think, oh my God, how am I going to get this animal adopted? It has these special needs. And God works in mysterious ways. He's helped us all along. We've had a lot of faith through our organization throughout the years, and we get help for the animals when we need it.